Well, hello, friends. It is your friendly neighborhood therapist, Leanne Pennington. I'm just coming to you today with my mental health tip of the week. Last week, if you've been following my videos, I mentioned the importance of simplifying your life by saying no to things, by just setting some limits for yourself. And I had a lot of feedback from that, a lot of positive feedback from that, and the discussion about how challenging it is for people, that I thought it might be helpful to just expand on that a little bit this week in discussing why it's important to set limits with yourself. Early on in this career, anybody in this field, social work field, has heard this analogy, but I was presented with this analogy about taking care of yourself. It's when you go on an airplane ride, and before they take flight, the flight attendant will always discuss with you how to use the masks properly if they fall down because of losing pressure. And they always will explain how it's important, if you're with a child, that you as the adult put your mask on first before you help the child put their mask on. And that's described in that way because if you pass out because of lack of oxygen, you won't be able to help anybody. But if you put your mask on first, you will be able to be more of assistance to that child with your oxygen. And so you always have to take care of yourself first, is kind of why they use that analogy in, especially in this field, meaning set your own limits. Know what you need to be your best self, to thrive, and maintain those boundaries in your life as best as possible. We have to take care of ourselves first before we can be expected to take care of our job, to take care of our kids, to take care of our relationships. We have to recognize we can't do it all. We can't be it all for everybody, and that we're actually better when we say no. You're actually more able to show up in your relationships, to show up for that young child, show up for your spouse, your partner, show up for your boss when you have already shown up for yourself. So just to add on to what I said last week and finding your limits and saying no, I want to just also encourage people to recognize when you say no, it's not you being selfish, it's not you being self-centered, it's you having a limit and recognizing that you will be better because you've said no. And sometimes when you recognize that, it makes it a little bit easier to hold your boundary and not feel that guilt that can sometimes rise up. Reminding yourself, I said no because I want to show up in a better way, and I'm limited in this capacity. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that, and how you find it easier to maybe say no in some ways, or if you've learned a trick that helps, or if you need help in something. Just comment on this post and let me know. And if I can help, I'd be happy to. I hope you have a lovely day and enjoy the rest of this week.